We have a really big Avengers Doomsday leak to go over today that I think is going to make Doctor Doom even bigger and badder than he originally was going to be. And there's also a theory that I think makes perfect sense and I really want to happen because it's a great way to take care of the Kang problem. And I think Marvel Studios is heading in this direction to get rid of Kang in this very specific way. And this would just make Doctor Doom just even better. So let's get into it. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel videos. Now, this report is coming from Daniel RPK. You might have heard this report. He states that there are going to be multiple Dooms in Avengers Doomsday, and there are actually going to be female variants of Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday as well. And he is not the only insider reporting this. We've heard from insiders like John Roca, and there have been others as well backing up this theory. So it seems like no matter what's going to happen in Avengers Doomsday, there are going to be Doom variants and Doom followers. Daniel RPK did clarify later on after his initial report that when he said there are going to be other Dooms, he wasn't necessarily speaking about variants, only variants, but they're going to be followers of Doom, Doom bots. It just seems like there's going to be a lot that comes with Doctor Doom, including variants, of course, because we're in the multiverse saga. We're going to see variants of a lot of different people, but the fact that there are going to be more variants of Doom, more versions of Doom, are going to solidify our Doctor Doom as the main Doctor Doom. And I want to clarify something real quick because a lot of people have been asking the question, is Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom actually going to be the main Doom of Avengers Doomsday? People have actually been asking this just since he got cast as Doctor Doom. People were going, well, maybe he just is the Doom at first, and then maybe like a Cillian Murphy comes in later, because what happens after Secret Wars? Is he going to go on to continue to be the main Doom? People have been wondering about this question for a while. And let me just say this. Think about how much money $100 million is. It's a lot of money. They're paying Robert Downey Jr. over $100 million for both Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. You do not pay someone that much money if they are not going to be the main star, the main Doom of both of the movies that you're putting out next. So Avengers Doomsday is literally about Doom. It's going to be about specifically Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, and the same thing goes for Avengers Secret Wars. They're both really about him. Doomsday more so about Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom than Secret Wars, but they're going to be about him. He is indeed going to be the main Doom. But here's the setup for how he becomes the main Doom in the MCU, with multiple Dooms appearing in Avengers Doomsday, and I really like this. A lot of people are thinking that the Council of Dooms is going to happen in Avengers Doomsday, and I believe that it is going to happen as well. That's why we have all of these reports about a bunch of different Dooms. But I also think, and this is a big theory going around right now online, that Marvel Studios is going to specifically use the Council of Dooms to take out the Council of Kangs, because they have to address the Kang problem. Marvel Studios set up Kang to be the big bad, the next big bad of the MCU. They did this big time with the post-credit scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. They showed us there's just infinite amounts of Kangs out there who are trying to take over the multiverse. Well, how do you get rid of Kangs? You have Doctor Doom do it. You have Doctor Doom and an army of Dooms do it. And if you think about it with the story of the MCU, it makes a lot of sense. Doom clearly knows about the multiverse. He clearly knows that incursions are happening. He learns about Loki. He, according to previous reports that we've heard, he knows about Kang, and he's pretty pissed off at Kang. So how do you take out an infinite amount of Kangs? Well, you essentially get an infinite amount of Dooms. Because if you think about it, Doom, he should be stronger than Kang. He has the sorcery and he has the tech. Especially if he gets his hands on some Kang tech, he should just kind of smoke him, at least in the MCU. So a Council of Dooms versus a Council of Kangs is a great way to actually get rid of the Kang threat. And then we can go even deeper into why our Doctor Doom is the biggest and baddest and the best. So I think that the Council of Dooms is a great way to get rid of the Council of Kangs, but there are other theories out there that state the Council of Dooms is going to be formed because Dooms are actually copying Kang and copying Reed. Then our Doom, our main Doom, gets involved, and he actually gets kind of pissed that these other Dooms would copy Reed Richards or want to do the same thing as Reed Richards. So they could all get together to specifically take out Kang the Conqueror. But then after they start talking about, hey, Reed Richards does this, we should keep this and continue to do this as well. You can imagine how that probably wouldn't go over with one or two or a few different Doctor Dooms. Specifically, our Doctor Doom, because there is something that separates our Doctor Doom from a lot of these other Dooms. A lot of these Dooms could be recruited just for the simple fact to take out Kang, but our Doctor Doom, based on what we've heard from insiders, his planet, his universe, will actually have been destroyed due to an incursion. This is probably, at least in his mind, due to Kang, and then of course due to people causing incursions like Doctor Strange and Steve Rogers. So he lost his family when his universe was destroyed, according to reports, and according to some insiders who have actually been proven right about things in the past. That is indeed what is going to happen. Doom is going to lose his family due to the incursion, and that gives him a really strong backstory, a lot of motivation as to why he's doing what he's doing. Not just, hey, let's get together, I'll get together with the other Dooms, because Doom, just Doom in general, is the most powerful being there is. There's nobody stronger than Doctor Doom, so all of us Dooms get together, take out the Kangs, and hey, that's it. He has a lot more motivation than that. He has a lot more driving him. He has hatred, he has revenge, he has sadness and sorrow because he lost his family, and he is determined, specifically him, to take over the entire multiverse, and he doesn't want to do it as a group. He will use the group at first to help get rid of the Kang problem, but then it's all about him. And we've seen Doom do this like many times in the comics, make it all about him. He even saw a different version of himself that had created basically a perfect universe that was in perfect harmony and peace, and he ended up killing him and destroying that universe because he kind of mocked him. That's just how Doom is. So I think that this leads to our Doctor Doom destroying the other Doctor Dooms. One, because he's pissed that they would even mention Reed Richards, but two, he has a much better driving force as far as motivation is concerned for him to be the only one to control the multiverse and be able to dictate what happens with it. So this will show us not only is the Council of Dooms, or just Doom in general, right? Any version, any variant of Doom, not only are Dooms stronger than Kangs, who Marvel built up to be their previous big bad, but our Doom, having destroyed all of the other Dooms, is specifically bigger and badder than all of them. So Doom is bigger and badder than Kang, but this Doom that we have is bigger and badder than all the other Dooms. That would definitely set him up to be just an incredible threat. And it would definitely show the audience how big and bad Doom actually is. And the great thing is this doesn't actually have to take up a lot of time. Some people are saying, well, I don't think they're really going to address the Kang situation. Marvel should. Granted, they probably don't want to spend too much time talking about Kang, but it will be a part of Doctor Doom's origin. So I think they do have to address it in some way, shape, or form. So it doesn't have to be long, but they can simply say, while going over Doom's origin, his story, showing us how Doom basically got to where he is now in Avengers Doomsday, they show us his backstory like they did Thanos's in Avengers Infinity War. And they simply say, yeah, it begun with his universe being destroyed. That's where maybe the Council of Dooms found him. That's where he overthrew Kangs with them, and then he overthrew the rest of the Dooms. And then he started to hunt down people who have caused incursions, and that's where he learned about the TVA, and he wants to take over the TVA and go and defeat Loki himself. I think it makes perfect sense. And you can do this quickly, or you can do it kind of spaced out, again, like they did with Thanos in Infinity War. They used Thor to talk about how he destroyed Xandar. They used Doctor Strange talking to Thanos, where he shows him with a reality stone. They use Gamora to talk about him as well. There's lots of things that they can do with this, and Bruce Banner as well. So they can either do this real quick in the beginning, or they can spread it out and just have a really great story like they did with Thanos. All of this works for me. And I think having Doom be a part of a team, because there are just so many Kangs. So you get a lot of Dooms to take out all of those Kangs, and then you have Doom take out the Dooms. I think that just sets him up as the biggest and baddest threat you could possibly have. And in the middle of that all, if you want to have Thanos come back, a variant of Thanos, and kill him, or Ultron and kill him as well, I think there are things that they should do to establish Doctor Doom as a really big, incredible threat. So Doctor Doom variants are coming, and not just Doctor Doom variants, but Doom bots and followers of Doom who could kind of identify as a version of Doctor Doom, kind of like we are all Doom, we're all Groot, we're all Doom. But I think Doom gets rid of all the variants of himself, anybody else claiming to be Doom that won't follow him. I think he's going to have Black Swans. I think he's going to have followers. But ultimately, I think he takes out anybody else who claims that they are Doctor Doom. He is the one and true only Doom. And it is going to be Robert Downey Jr. So go ahead and let me know what you think about this report and this theory in the comments down below. Again, I personally love this. I want it to happen, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Avengers Doomsday and Marvel videos. And you can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Wolf Wolf.